Hey, I'm D. Grant Smith, the relationship growth farmer, and I help sensitive people step into their power to grow healthy and loving relationships. I believe that what you plant in your mind garden and in your heart garden is what you're going to produce with your life. And so, what I do is show you how to plant love inside yourself so that love is all around you all the time because love is who you are. So today I want to talk to you about something that I've mentioned in a couple other videos. It's this concept of being first. I'm going to show you how to be first in creating harmony in your relationships. Now, harmony is when different currents come together in synchronicity and togetherness. And it's in this movement where there is oneness, which is why harmony is such an important part of music and why you can hear when something is not harmonious. When when musicians are not playing in harmony with each other, whether they're playing the wrong notes or they're playing out of syncopation with each other, it just doesn't sound right. And our feelings are very similar in this way. When you don't feel harmonious in a relationship, it's because your energy is not synced well with that other person. Or sometimes you're not in harmony with a group of people. So all you have to do is look across the landscape of your community, and you're going to find people that you are in harmony with, who share your passions, who share your values, and share your beliefs. It's easy to find people that we're not in harmony with. Discord, disagreements, resentment, bitterness, strife, all of these things are not harmonious with together, connected, bonded, healthy relationship. And tragically, this whole thing of discord and disagreements and issues is really prevalent across most of our society. It's also prevalent across any era of history. There's always been people living in the same geographic space who are disharmonious with each other. And the default mode that people take to bring harmony is to try and make other people do what? Agree with them, believing that their viewpoints are what's going to make them be in harmony and be in unity with each other. But guess what? It's not true. The truth is, harmony works and feels best when there are different and unique perspectives that come together. There's a fluidity that happens, and it's really powerful, and it's really beautiful, and it changes the landscape and creates a current of energy that can do amazing things. So, what's the key to harmony? I'll give you 4 things. Listen, then speak. Listen, then respond. There's a reason why there's a rest in the music that you listen to. There's a reason why a drummer is keeping essentially 3 parts of the same rhythm or more going at the same time. It's in the in-between beat where we can pause to hear what's really going on. And in that pause is where the really profound magic is. The accents that emerge to create beautiful music that's beyond the same thing. Let me do that again. It's the accents that emerge that create beautiful music that's beyond just the same old thing. And it's in these spaces, the response creates a magical moment that we can repeat over and over. If you're in a conversation with 2 friends, who gets to talk first? Think about that. So when your friend Alice opens up about telling you about this great day that she's had, do you cut her off after her second sentence so that you can tell her about the crazy day that you had at the grocery store? If you want to show Alice that you actually care about her and respect her, if you're not aware or conscious that talking on top of somebody or interrupting them in the middle of a story so that you can tell about something that you care about might change the way that they engage with you, well, you might not catch this whole thing. And that's why being conscious of the in-between portion of the beat in our conversations and our interactions is so important. If all 3 of you start talking at the same time, who's going to stop and who's going to carry on? Is it a waiting, shouting game for you to play? See who's going to stop so that one of you gets to take the stage and have the attention? Now, that might sound silly, but I've watched people in small groups do this over and over and over again. Adults at networking events do this, and it is kind of amusing, but it's also kind of sad because you show your lack of relational understanding when you talk on top of someone without giving them the space to be heard and to be understood. Harmony isn't about just being in the same key musically, it's about coalescing yourself with the flow of the relationship, acquiescing to be in unity with the people that you're connected to. In our closest and most intimate relationship, this dynamic is of extreme importance. The love that you share with your significant other deserves your conscious focus on respect, connection, and harmony. So, what happens when one of you wants something that the other doesn't, or doesn't want it at the same time? Sex is a pretty common example of this. If you want sex and your partner doesn't, at least not at the same moment, what do? Do you complain about how you don't get enough and use that to try to justify other behaviors? Do you talk about how stressful your work is and all the stuff that you've gone through that day? So if you can just get their pity, you'll get what you want? Or do you demand that they not withhold from you because you're supposed to be one together, right? Or do you retreat inside yourself and you don't say anything? Because being told no means rejection and you don't know how to handle that. So you suppress your feelings. You tell yourself that you never get what you want. You disengage for the rest of the time that you're together. None of these responses will get you the result that you want. It's a way to sow discord in the relationship and create added tension, stress, frustration, and problems. Harmony is the product of peace flowing in the current of the beat, in a syncopation of this dynamic and connection. In relationships, it's about respecting the other person as you respect yourself. It's empathetic in movement. So put yourself in the shoes of your partner. What have they experienced today that would make them not want to be intimate right now? You can't know the answer to that question until you listen. Listen to the in between the beat. Pause. Look into their eyes and be fully present with them. Show them that they're such an important part of your world that they have your undivided attention. Give them your whole heart and your whole presence and meet them with all of your love in this place because love is understanding. In his book, True Love, A Practice for Awakening the Heart, Thich Nhat Hanh says, understanding is the essence of love. If you cannot understand, you cannot love. To understand, you must first go within. Look within yourself and look within the other person. This requires listening deeply, intently, and with authentic care. It's a removal from focusing only on yourself and what you want in the moment. It creates this kind of connection because empathy is the key to understanding the nature of love. To do this, you must truly listen. In the listening, you find the beat of their essence, the true sound of the love that is their voice. You find the movement, and you can join in harmoniously with your partner to understand their rhythm and melody and the notes of their heart. This is how you create space for people to meet them where they are. This is the practice of getting on the same page so that you're reading the same lines and you're understanding each other's flow. When you pause to listen, magic happens, connection happens, syncopation occurs. This is where harmony is made. If you listen to your partner to hear her say how she's feeling in the moment, you understand that right now isn't the time. That time will happen soon enough because she wants you too, and she misses the intimacy you both have longed for. But life is busy, and there's a ton of stuff to try and keep up with. But if you'll spend some time with her in this moment to connect emotionally and intellectually, sparks of that fairy tale magic and passion will ensue in your physical connection. All it takes is your presence and your focus and your commitment to listening so that you can understand. It's in this kind of harmony where you experience real, true love. This requires that you give yourself the same kind of attention. Actually, let's just get real. You have to be first with yourself in this practice before you can ever give it fully to somebody else, especially to the person that you love with your whole heart. It's from this practice of daily self-love where you are able to sit in uncomfortable and difficult spaces, where you listen to your body, to your heart, and to your soul to understand yourself more than ever. And also embrace yourself. When you can embrace your own discomfort, when you can send love to yourself, even when you don't feel good, you are powerful beyond description. You are your own beta test for love. As you grow love deep inside yourself and let go of your pain, you practice the art of creating a safe space, and you practice that art from within. It's in this space where you can be open with your feelings and you can allow what is unpleasant to be without trying to force anything. That's what gentleness is. There's also kindness and patience in this process. It's from this place that you know how to create a safe space for others to be able to be vulnerable with you in their pain, which creates understanding and harmony between both of you. Now, if you want to know more about how you can create this kind of harmony in yourself and in your relationships, and if you're curious about how to apply this principle of being first into your life, set up a free coaching session with me. The link is in the description below. I'll give you some practical tools for you to be able to make this kind of connection happen. Before we go, one more thing for you. You, my friend, are worth fighting for because you are love. I love you, and I'll see you soon.